Hello everyone, my name is Lok Bahadur and I am from School of Design, Multimedia. You all must be watching some movies, some advertisements, playing some games. But have you ever thought that what if there is no sound in those particular videos? Watching a movie without any sound, playing a game without any sound, that would be too boring, right? So today we will be discussing about Foley. That what is Foley? It is an art of creating sound effects by using day-to-day objects, right? And why it is important, right? You might be watching some movies, you might be looking at a particular scene, and to make that particular scene more intense, someone is walking through the corridor and you are getting the sound of the shoes only, right? Step by step, step by step. That particular sound is creating some intensity in that particular scene, right? You can't see the actor there, but still that sound is creating so much tension in that particular scene. That is the role of Foley. So Foley is basically creating sounds, right, for your particular videos that can be created through any object. You need not to have any kind of professional studios there, right? You can create Foley at your home also. That is what we are going to do today. I'm having some of the objects which can be used for creating sound effects, right? Can you see this particular bottle right now? It's quite empty, but how can I use this particular bottle to create a sound effect which can be creating an impact on my video? Let's open up this. You can see it's quite empty, nothing inside it, no fancy equipment. There is just a simple mic which you can also use at your home also, right? So by using this simple particular bottle, I'm going to crush this bottle. Right, simple sound of crushing a sound. Can I have a volunteer there from who can again crush this bottle for me? So now we are going to again recreate this sound, but without placing this object in the frame, right? And now we are not going to add that particular object there. You will be seeing the video only while the audio will be created in the backspace. So you have seen that particular video right now. So wasn't it quite interesting to see that how can you create the sound of cracking bones using a plastic bottle only? You need not to call anyone and you need not to push anyone, or you need not to fight with anyone to recreate that particular sound. That can be created at your home only without hurting anyone, right? That is how you can create sounds. Another object which I am having here, right? It's quite hot here, so I will be having my hanky today. But can this hanky be used for creating some sound effects? Maybe. So let's try it again. And now let's imagine there is a quite scene which is quite intense, and there has to be a sound of heartbeat, right? So how can we add the sound of a heartbeat there? By using this simple cloth, right? So if I'm going to use this particular cloth and I'm going to put this particular cloth near my mic and I'm going to create something, I want to push it in such a way that it will recreate the sound of a heartbeat. See how creatively you can use this particular piece of cloth to recreate a sound, right? There are so many things which can be created using day-to-day objects. Like this is a foil paper, right? This same foil paper, right, which we are using to pack our tiffins, right? They can be used for creating some interesting sounds. Like if you want to create a fire effect also, if there is a fire in the scene, you can simply move this particular paper in such a way that it is going to recreate the sound of a fire. If you watch this particular audio along with any video in which there is a fire being burned, right, then you can hear that particular audio and you can sync it very perfectly. Another use of this particular foil paper can be used in such a way that if you want to recreate the sound of a rain, right? Let's imagine that there is a rain outside our particular room and the raindrops are falling on the leaves, right? Was it a fun activity, right? So do you want to try the same activity at your home place? That can be too easy, right? You can recreate the sound of a footstep, right? You can recreate the sound of any kind of rain. You can recreate the sound of the fire using some daily objects. If you are having a wet cloth at your house, then you can use the same cloth to recreate the sound of moving footsteps on a wet area, right? So guys, you have seen that how can we create some interesting sounds using our day-to-day objects only, and the objects like these are used in the professional studios only. Also, it's not that we are using this for recreating the sound here only, but in the international studios, in the international studios like the Hollywood is also using the same method, right? They are using the day-to-day objects to recreate this sound, right? So there can be a fun activity if you want to recreate these particular sounds. Try to record the audio in a quiet room, and if you are listening to some of the noises which are there in your room, it could be the noise of the fan, it could be noise of any object which is passing through your particular window, right? You can simply remove that particular sound using the AI tools which are easily available online, right? So let's have fun, start creating, start listening, start enjoying with your particular activity. Okay guys, thank you.